Miss Lewis. First and
Hello.
foremost, I want to just thank you so much for having me today. Listen, folks at home, I feel like I'm gonna have to give her no introduction, but I'm gonna just give her one right now. This woman has had over hundreds of film credits, TV credits, has given us so many iconic one-liners. I mean, everything from being in Tyler Perry's films to just being in her own shows, her own everything. Like this woman to me, is more than just a mother in Black Hollywood. She's a
Uh,
mother to all of us. Without further ado, let me just say hello, introducing Miss Jenifer Lewis. Or as she told me on the phone, Jenifer motherfucking Lewis. Okay?
oh yes, you have to say it fast, Jennifer.
Motherfucking Lewis.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I
so
want to just
silly.
say you are so just radiant and vibrant. And while I was just going through my archive of interviews of you, getting some excerpts from your book, and just like watching you grow as just the woman you are today,
Yeah,
you are wonderful, honey. And I aspire to be just like you.
yeah. Thank you, thank you.
So we
It's been
always,
a, look, it's been a journey. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm 69. I was 69 last month, and it seems so amazing. Of course, I still have a very young spirit
Right.
and have grown to just live in the amazement of the human
Mhm.
experience. I mean, you can't buy experience and wisdom.
No.
You can't, well, I should say you can't buy wisdom, and experiencing is the reward to have so many experiences. I mean, to talk about my travels alone. I mean, the Taj Mahal, Table Mountain in South Africa, swimming with a whale shark in the Philippines, and, being pecked by a penguin in Antarctica when I didn't know the power of the pecker. So,
Yeah.
I, and I've been blessed to go all over the world. I've been blessed. I was just lucky as a kid when to know what I wanted
Yeah.
early. Now, see, that's the special thing to know early what you want to do with your life and then grow up and make a living from it. So I didn't know how to not be grateful. I didn't know how not to pursue the dream. And that's why I work so much politically now. I want you guys to have what I have, the American dream. I came from great poverty to
Yeah.
great success. And I measure, when I say success, I measure my success by how big the smile is on my face.
Yeah.
Understand? Because, I was depressed for many years with bipolar disorder
Mhm.
and, came through that, coming through that. It never ends, but it can be treated. And I'm real lucky that that can be treated. I mean, I've had an amazing journey, Ty. It's been an amazing, I can't even, I'll go to my photos and I'll look sometime and you know, there's Hillary Clinton, there's Michelle Obama, there's John Lewis, there's Stacey Abrams, there's Kamala Harris, there's Shirley Chisholm,
Yeah.
Shirley Chisholm. Um, I just had to see, I was honored by the Congressional Black Caucus. It just go. Al Sharpton is honoring me in April, and I just had lunch with the mayor of, the fourth largest city in the world, Karen Bass. It's turned into being an activist more than an actress now, and it's exciting.
It looks exciting. Long before Hollywood even called you, the mother
Yeah.
of Black Hollywood. You were a little girl watching your mom raise seven children by 26.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine she is stretching herself in ways most people would never see and can probably never imagine because she's still a child herself at
Yeah.
that time. And that
And
was
seven
because I'm
babies,
29. Yeah,
kids. At
seven.
26, I'm the baby. She was 26 when she had me. I remember
Mhm.
looking at that on my birth certificate and I was like, because you don't go around, Mom, how old are you when you had me? It's not like
Mhm.
I run around asking. But when I got my birth certificate, I saw that I went,
My God.
but she was an amazing woman.
What did you learn about mothering from her and any moment with her that you feel shaped you into the woman you are today?
Well, my mother was a gangster child.
Okay.
There was no affection. There was no time for affection. Hold on a second.
Mhm. Yeah. Bless you.
Yeah, the gardeners are out today. So they're out there blowing up shit. And me, me and Dana walked right into that shit. I was like, oh, hell no. But Dana, I don't believe you gave me a red mug with all this red on. Oh my God.
I
Tell
love how it's monochromatic here.
fabulous, yes.
Just that.
Um, what was your question? About my mother.
What did you
My
learn about
mother,
mothering?
there was no time for affection.
Right.
Um, there was time for discipline.
Mm-hmm.
There was time to make good grades in school, and you just didn't challenge her on that.
Mm,
The house had to be clean, though we were poor, and but we were never, we were disciplined. She was amazing in that she told us once.
right.
She said, "End up in jail, and I'll leave you there." So I assure you, none of us went to jail. But
Mm.
because, back in the day, they would arrest you for anything, as they will now. I don't even know why I said back in the day.
Yeah, because
But
you could just be existing and they arrest you.
please, existing, lying in the sun, they come.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? Let me just say that. Oh, you can. I blow my nose. Hold on.
Go
The,
ahead.
the gardeners, darling.
It's okay. While you do that, I'm gonna just tell you how my mom did something similar with me when
Yeah.
I was younger. She
Mm.
took me and my mom was a correction officer.
Oh,
Now, she didn't get that much love from my grandmother, who also, so they both passed away last year.
I'm sorry, love.
Life. And my grandmother just was not affectionate. She never even really told me she loved me for real. I can count on one hand. So my mom,
They
she
didn't have time for
they
that
didn't
shit.
have no time.
They had time to get your ass in school. I was just getting ready to say that. All
Hmm.
my siblings have their master's degrees. You know, uh, one sister married a minister. She had 5 kids. The other one was a chemist, and then she worked for A&T. The next one was a lab technician and had a catering service. The other brother taught 30 years in the St. Louis school district. My next sister taught 30 years in the St. Louis school district. The other sister next to me, Jackie, she was a big shot at State Farm. We all
That.
were successful. And of course, the baby became a movie star because she needed so much attention. uh,
Hmm.
but listen, coming up in poverty, I ate dirt. I
Hmm.
was so hungry. You know, we were hungry. I'm
Yeah.
going to sing you a song. You want to hear a song?
Let me hear it,
This is in my one woman show.
which I'm
This,
excited for. We're gonna
this
get
is after I talk I'm all arrogant and carrying on, the diva.
yeah.
And then I say to the audience, I says, I wasn't always this arrogant. My life wasn't always he, and ha, ha.
Right.
I came from great poverty and experienced all the dysfunction that comes with it. The Missouri winters. were long and harsh. When the freezing pipes would burst, we could ice skate in our socks on the kitchen floor.
Right.
And of course, we had to go out back in the snow, rain, and heat to use the outhouse.
Right.
And then, of course, I turn to the audience and say, I got 5 bathrooms now, bitches. And then God strikes me down. And so I then say, let's see, I have 5 bathrooms. So I've lived the spectrum.
Mhm.
I've been poor and I've been rich. Rich is better. And then I say to the audience, because everybody knows about my accident in Africa,
Right.
I say to the audience, lying there on the ground of the Serengeti, waiting for the first responders
Mhm.
in complete darkness, completely unable to move my body. I had time to look back over my life, and I went all the way
Mm.
back to the beginning. I'm just going to sing it low. I'm not going to sing it out.
Okay.
In these 2 rooms we called a house, where we lived for 3 years. Mama was 26 with 7 kids, but all alone with her fears. We were just too young to understand why my daddy left in 59. Not enough food, not enough clothes.
Mm.
We were always cold and on the welfare line. My Uncle Jack fought in World War II, but when he came home, he got stabbed in a bar. The church told me to go and pray, but I got mad at God and said, I need to know who you are. The
Mm.
church told me that God won't ever leave you alone. And if you don't know what to say, that's okay. Just close your little eyes and moan. And I heard myself say, "Mm, Mama, I can't scream. Mama, I can't breathe. Mama, I can't move. 'Cause there ain't enough room in these 2 rooms.
Mm.
And there ain't even no windows down here. Mama was 26, 7 kids, smoking that cigarette in all of her tears. We were too young when we went to school, just standing there in line. And if anybody asked if we were okay, we were always taught to say, I'm fine. Uh, uh, uh.
Mm.
But I told the other kids, my 2 rooms are big. I told the other kids, at least my 2 rooms are big. I lied and I lied and I lied and I lied for 3 years.
Mm.
That's called 2 rooms.
Miss Lewis,
Thank you, love. I know. It'll kill you, that song.
let me ask you something.
Hmm.
We always say we're fine. And we love that term. And when I say we, you know exactly who I mean. When did you become comfortable saying, I'm not fine?
Oh my God, that was when I started to recognize that I would be happy in the daytime and lit up, going to dance class and auditions. And, we went to auditions. It wasn't none of that tape shit. We went down the street in New York and auditioned. Uptown, downtown, east, west. So I was pounding the pavement in New York, and I recognized that I was depressed at night, really
Hmm.
depressed. So I knew something was wrong. And I started writing one woman shows back then and performing in clubs. And the names of these shows were names like Jenifer Lewis, Broke and Freaking Out. Jenifer Lewis in the Cosmos, that high,
Hmm.
being high. It was what was another one? This was the interesting one. It was my first one. It was called Jenifer Lewis. Who is Jenifer Lewis? And across the bottom, it was just hot.
Hmm.
The fuck did that mean?
Yeah.
So, listen, it became a performance, my depression.
Yeah.
I would actually get in the mirror and watch the tears come down. But there was a part of me that thought everybody cries at night because I used to cry at night when I was a kid and sing like deep songs. That's why my voice is so deep because I would sing Mahalia Jackson songs.
Oh, I love Mahalia Jackson.
This one being one.
Let me hear it.
Soon I will be done. No, will be done. The trouble of the world, trouble of the world, trouble.
Mm.
Trouble of the world, God knows. Damn, hey Jackson, I will be done with the trouble of the world. I'm going home to live. Oh, with God. Uh, uh, honey, she was my idol.
She's everything.
She was
Her story. Do you remember that biopic they had with Daniel Brooks
well,
playing her?
Mike
Amazing.
actually did a musical about her life. I think she married 3 times, and
Hmm.
she would not sing secular music. She was, and I actually talked to Della Reese when I did an episode of Touched by an Angel.
I remember that episode with my mom.
Yes, I sat at her feet and just listened. I asked her about Lena Horne and At the Waters. She knew Billie Holiday, all the stories. I mean, I was in heaven talking to Della Reese. God rest her soul. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Mahalia Jackson. In the 80s, the entire decade of the 80s, I toured the States
Mhm.
with my one woman show. It was called From Billy to Lena with Jenifer.
Oh, I like
It was
that.
me paying tribute. I did the colleges and churches or whenever,
Yeah.
and both and mostly for Black History Month. It was Billy, Ethel Waters, Billie Holiday, Ethel Waters, Dinah Washington, Mahalia, Aretha, Tina, and Lena. So those were the seven women. I think there were seven. And I didn't sing the songs that made them famous. I sang the songs that I thought really meant something um, in their souls.
Mm.
You know, um, Lena was If You Believe. Ethel Waters, I didn't sing His Eyes on the Sparrow. I sang Ain't Gonna Sin No More because she got into uh, with Billy Graham toward her last years and became a Christian when in fact she had been a devil. Well, not a devil. She just was a little difficult, so I
Yeah.
heard. And Tina, Aretha was everything to me. Everything. All I wanted to do was sing like Aretha. I wrote a song, same chords, I don't have no off command. I want to sing, I want to sing, sing, sing like Aretha. Sit down and play the piano like Nina. Hit a high note. Oh, I can't remember it, but it was all about Tina, Lena, Nina, Aretha. Oh, it just went on and on. Mahalia, they all
Yeah.
time. Yeah, so yeah, it was a great song. But and then when Aretha died, I wrote the same time, went, thank you, Aretha, for singing me through my childhood.
Mm.
Thank you, Aretha, for just singing so damn good. Thank you, Aretha, for amazing grace. Thank you, Aretha, from the whole human race. Oh, yes, honey.
Mm.
Aretha was my girl.
Do you have like a fond memory with you and Aretha?
I most certainly do. I got a few. Uh,
Okay, what's your favorite one with
okay, I'll give you my favorite. There's so many. Hold on. I sang at her memorial, not her funeral, but at her memorial, and was so honored. And I sang that song. Thank you, Aretha. Uh,
Mm,
let me see which one I want to tell.
yeah. Which one you like the
Well, there
most?
was one at her birth when I sneaked into her birthday party.
You snuck into Miss Franklin's
Oh,
birthday party.
my ass. And that somebody said Aretha birthday. I went, could you let Miss Franklin know that Miss Lewis has arrived?
I was gonna
Baby,
say you are Jennifer Mother effing
yeah,
Lewis.
but not back then.
Okay, you're
I was just a kid. I think the
right.
only thing I had done was like Fresh Prince or something. Didn't nobody know who I was back then. And but the way I announced myself, honey, they let me in. I
Absolutely.
wasn't Jennifer motherfucking Lewis back then. But let me give you this other story instead of me meeting her because, well, I do know that my book, The Mother of Black Hollywood, was the last book she read
Oh.
because her sister-in-law called and told me. Uh,
Mm,
Aretha told me to tell you the book was amazing, you know. And I was sad she didn't call me herself, but by that time she was getting sick, you
mm.
know. Um, so that really was amazing. But I'll tell you what happened to me in high school.
Okay.
There was a math teacher named Prim Ball.
Okay.
He was from India, and we had never. I'm from an all black, poverty-stricken area on
Yeah,
the
Missouri.
yeah, on the outskirts of
Mhm.
St. Louis, and there were no white people in Kinloch. It was an all black township, population 3,000. I mean, but
Yeah.
it was self-governed, and so I was in class one day. in math class. And the bell rang, the bell used to ring.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really hear it because I had my head down on my desk and I was crying. And I was always the life of the party. I've always been, the alpha female with the it.
Yeah.
Everybody loved to see little Jenny Lewis coming because they knew I was going to tell a joke or sing a song or do something. But very few people saw me sad. My
Mm,
sad time was at night, you know. I'd hide my sadness.
mm.
So I'm back there with my head on my desk and I'm crying. And Mr. Ball came back there because I used to make him laugh.
Right.
And he said, Jenifer, what is it? And I literally did this. I'll never be able to sing like Aretha Franklin.
Miss Lewis. Miss Lewis. Now.
I swear. Because, she'd be like, and like, ain't no way. I didn't know that was her not singing, ooh, ain't no way, that high note. I
Oh,
thought that was her singing that high note too. And I never thought I'd hit that high note. And I wanted to sing, I want to sing, sing, sing like Aretha. You know, she was the she was the greatest voice ever. Now, Whitney was cute. I lived for Whitney Houston, but there has never been Aretha, and there will never be another Aretha Franklin.
I wish I met Miss Aretha.
Oh,
Ooh.
Aretha Franklin. I was just grateful to be on the planet with her.
Yeah.
And, you know, um, anyway, the next day, and Mr. Ball was from India, so they're very spiritual there.
Mm-hmm.
And the bell had rang, and I think I was coming from gym class. So I was running down the hall. And Mr. Ball, the teachers, they stood outside of their classroom,
Classrooms
their
to see.
door to see who was coming, who was getting to
Mm-hmm.
school, who was doing what. They kept an eye on us. So he saw me come a running.
Okay.
And he was like, Jenifer, Jenifer, Jenifer. And I was like, Mr. Ball want. And he looked at me in my eyes. I was looking up at him like this, because I was a freshman in high school.
So you was short, he was tall.
I was short and he was tall. So I'm looking up at him like, what did you want, Mr. Ball? And he said to me, he said, I was washing dishes last night
Mm,
and I dropped a plate and it broke. And I mean, I'm wondering why he's telling me this.
right.
And he said, I was picking up the pieces of the broken glass. He said, and I had a vision about you.
Mm.
I was like, a vision about me? It was like, what is it?
Yeah.
And he looked at me, he says, you're going to be famous. He said, and you're going to be very famous. He said, don't worry about Miss Franklin. You will be famous. And I was like, well, that's all the fuck I had to hear.
Hello.
So that was one of those moments that gave me the attitude when I would walk into a room to audition. It was like, okay, honey, so you don't want me, but Mr. Ball said I'm gonna be famous, so fuck you. Gotta go.
Very much that.
So it was that and a lot of things. Now, mind you, the rejection in this business is, I tell kids, they go, Miss Lewis, what would you say to somebody who wanted to be? I said, let me tell you what I'd say. If you don't love this business, with your entire molecular structure, then don't go into it because it'll kill you. The rejection is fierce. I mean, it's
Is there a rejection you're happy about? I think a lot of times we,
oh, all of them.
okay,
All of them. I mean, I never went skipping,
right,
but in hindsight,
right.
okay, an example. I could give you many. I didn't get Saturday Night Live when I was young. That broke my heart.
Hmm.
But then I got Fresh Prince. I didn't get what else broke my heart? A couple of things broke my heart. It's too many things to go into. But here of late, I auditioned and just knew I was gonna get it. Orange is the New Black.
Oh, what character?
Oh, honey, I don't remember. But I didn't get it, but I got Blackish.
And that's
Now, when you look back on who I am and what I've become, Jennifer Lewis doesn't belong on a prison set.
mm,
Do you understand? I just turned down a lot of money, which I got to tell you, I've never done. I don't fuck around with money. There's too many kids that need to be fed.
right.
Yes, I'll take the job, and mostly I just give it the fuck away. I mean, how
Mm.
much money can you have? That's why I don't understand these rat bastards that are running the country right now. How much fucking money can you get? You know, how much? What are you made of? I just don't get it. But anyway, um, I lost my train of
You were
thought.
saying you turned down something,
Yeah,
a lot of money.
huge. It was horror.
You don't do horror. Mm-mm.
Ain't no blood on me, motherfucker. I ain't cutting nobody's fucking neck. I ain't
Mm.
killing nobody. Ain't put no
No
gun.
spirit jumping out at me. I can't do it, baby.
All that dumb shit, all that blood and, pigs. And I was like, fuck it. I read that script. I went, fuck no, bitch.
Ah!
Nah, I just couldn't do it. Like I said, it was a lot of money. I was like, damn. But that's how confident I am now. Because of coming from poverty, I saved all my money. So now I can say no to any goddamn thing I want. Do you
Oh.
understand? I worked for this kind of retirement where I don't have to worry about you or
Mm.
some form of toxicity. Miss Lewis, we want you. No, you don't want me. Let me make sure I know I'm going to be happy when I get there, or I'm not coming. You have to understand that mm, it is about my spirit now. It is about my alignment. I mean, especially after the fall, darling. You don't come
10
back.
feet, Miss Lewis. I gagged.
Yeah, but after a lion roars, you know, what? I mean, you can hear him from miles, but it sounded like that motherfucker was in my ear.
Close to you.
Too fucking close. I just was praying that it was Mufasa and not Scar. Yeah. Is that good? That's in the show as far as.
Ah,
And when
what?
after the baboons leave from grooming me, if you know what I mean. You know I was naked in the show. There are two little pink booty baby baboons. They come and I feel some fingers in my private area. And I said, what the fuck? They said, bitch, if you gonna fall this close to our tree and your ass is out like this, you need to be properly groomed. I said, well, what you motherfuckers, I said, what you might not know, being baboons and all, is there's a sign down there. I know baboons have poor night vision. But I hope you can read that sign down there that says out of order. It's been there for years.
Oh,
So wait a minute.
run. Oof.
So I said, so man, and maybe being not baboons and all, you don't know who the fuck I am, but my name is Jennifer motherfucking Lewis, and I am award-winning actress from the United States. They said, yeah, 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 we know who you are, bitch. We seen you on Fresh Prince. And then they said, now can we get that selfie?
Okay.
I said, well then come on, you baboon. And then right after the baboons left, the little pink booty baby baboons. Oh my God, wait till y'all see this show.
Oh my God.
I mean, I'm hallucinating and I see a hippo come over. And I know from my research that this is an animal that has eaten more human beings than any other. So I scream. I said, listen, you fat bitch. You ain't eating shit over here. And have you heard of Ozempic?
Oh, Lord, have
Oh,
mercy.
honey, y'all need to get ready for this one woman show.